1, 2, a 1, 2, 3. Jankie, janky, janky, you love me. Kankie, janky, janky, let's party. Ice cream dancing, so much fun. Janky, janky, number one.
I stopped when you fucked up.
There is no fuck up if you don't stop. I thought you were a theater kid.
Show must go on.
The show must go on.
You just power through it.
Hey,
Hey.
we missed you.
We've been missing you.
Again,
Sorry.
we got fucked.
Life.
Life is hard.
Life is hard.
I know you guys have missed us.
Yeah.
You missed our bodies,
You're
our
desperately
souls,
refreshing the YouTube page.
her eyebrows, my mustache. We're back.
We're back.
And we're back with another double episode.
Yeah.
So I think we should just jump right into it. What happened last week, Adoria? Or what happened the week before last, Adoria?
When we left off, Quinny just got home, and then we jumped into the HOH, and Leah takes it home. And then, everybody has to live outside for the week in Janky World, which they think is going to be fun, but it's not. Leah puts up Chemo Aerobina. The 3 is in trouble. Then we jump into the veto competition, and what's this? There's 2 vetoes, a regular veto and a Janky veto? What does this mean? We don't know. And Angela pulls through with the power of will, and she wins the veto, and she uses it on Chemo, and then Leah, she wins another power of veto. She wins the Janky one, but we still don't know what that means. Chemo approaches Leah with a plan and points out, hey, yeah, we're a 3, but we suck at winning comps. Do you notice another 3 between Cam, Mackenzie, and Chelsie? You should put up Chelsie. She's gonna win this game. And Leah has a dumb bitch moment at the veto ceremony where she can't activate the Janky veto, and she thinks that she needs that to put up Chelsie, but she doesn't. So she doesn't put Chelsie up. Angela takes Chemo off to make up for all the time she voted him out. Chemo comes off. T-Core goes on. The 3 will now become the 2. Chelsie has a dumb bitch moment where she gets really jealous, and then it's not really relevant, but it was bad vibes. And off camera, we didn't see it, but Cam tells Chelsie, you can't vote to keep T-Core in because we're all voting T-Core out. It's a unanimous vote by T-Core. And then Jake
Yeah, I don't
dies.
even think we have to talk about it anymore.
Yeah.
That was great. Round of applause, everybody. Round of applause for her.
So then T-Core leaves, and then what happens?
It wasn't a unanimous vote. Chemo voted.
Sorry. 4-1.
4-1. 1 second. I have a phone call.
It's your sister.
It's my sister. It's my sister calling because today's my birthday. Say hi to the people, sister. Say hi to the people. She's going to go to Harvard.
No, maybe.
Can I call you back after the podcast?
Yeah. Okay, love you. Just happy birthday.
Thank you. Okay, I love you too. Happy birthday to you too. Bye.
I love you.
Oh, she's so cute.
I love her.
Seriously, good job. That saved us a lot of time.
Yeah.
So let's just jump into the second week. And the second week unfolds with the HOH competition starting first. And it was
it was the puzzle building. They had to build they were all in separate rooms inside the house. First of all, Janky said that they were going to stay outside for a second week, which was so fucked up. And then Janky got murdered.
So yeah, the second week starts with the HOH competition, which was...
Everybody was in separate rooms in the house, and they had to build the tallest...
tower.
Yeah, they had to build the tallest tower.
Doesn't have to be the tallest, but it has to be
Have the most pieces.
Have the most pieces,
Yeah.
exactly. And right off the bat, it looks like Angela is doing quite well. She has 20 pieces, or she has 24 pieces, and she's the first one to ring in her final stack because you can ring in at any time.
Yeah.
Just to prevent like something from happening, like maybe the tower falls down and you're fucked.
Yeah.
So she rings in, and right when she rings in, 4 of her pieces fall off.
Yeah.
So it ends up being 20 pieces. But it
Yeah.
looks like she's going to take it because everyone is struggling to even get like, 10, 15 pieces onto
It was
the platform.
so funny watching her lay on like the bed next to her puzzle and just listening to the sound of like everybody's puzzles dropping, and she was just literally laying down going like this. Yeah.
Yeah, dude,
She
was
became
going
my
nuts.
favorite.
She's always been my favorite. And so Angela rings in first, but then it starts looking like, oh shit, Rubina's got a fucking huge
She had
stack.
a big stack.
She got a big old stack, man. She stacked it up high. And so the competition ends, and lo and behold, Angela got third. Sad.
But we kind of knew. I mean, just even looking at Rubina's stack, I knew.
Yeah. And so I was thinking like, oh shit, maybe my pony will finally win a race.
I know. I thought Rubina was going to win, but it came down to Rubina and Mackenzie.
Yeah.
And Mackenzie was so Mackenzie.
Mac the Builder, can he fix it? Mac the Builder, yes he can.
Bob the Builder.
I know, but
You made it Mackenzie.
Yeah. You got there.
I knew what you were doing.
Yeah, so she takes it, and she's just been like beasting for the past few weeks.
She has kind of come out in this later half as like, I mean, we knew that she physically was, she on like looks like she can win comps, but I feel like she didn't really win that much in the beginning. Yeah, she's really just kind of steamrolling through this later half and just winning it all.
Yeah.
She's powerful.
She's very powerful. She and as we talked about last week, she and Chelsie have joined up. It's less one-sided now. It's still pretty one-sided, I think.
Well, we know that Chelsie is still fully the brains of the operation.
Yeah, but I just mean like the loyalty flows one way more than the other.
Yeah, for sure. I think so.
Yeah, and I've kind of soured on Chelsie, not for any good reason either. I just think she's a bad vibe. She's a bad vibe.
She's a bad vibe, but
Yeah.
she's a good player.
Yeah, she failed the vibe check, but she's a good player.
She's a great player.
So Mackenzie wins the HOH, and she is ecstatic about it because it's her first HOH, which is
Yeah.
surprising. And now she has a decision to make. Who do I put up? Do I put up Angela and Leah, or do I put up Chemo and Rubina?
She puts
Splits
up
the diff.
Yeah, she splits the diff. She puts up Chemo and Angela.
Yes. With the intention of sending Angela home.
Yeah, she's ready to get Angela home. She's acknowledging that she's a threat in this comp, which, I mean, every week that Angela stayed, she became more and more of a threat.
Yeah, and I think people always underplay her because she looks the way she does. She looks very unthreatening.
Yeah, everybody forgets that with the veto that she had won in Janky World, she won a total of 3 comps.
Yeah.
She's more powerful than Chemo and Rubina combined.
Yeah. She just doesn't have a good social game. That's
Yeah. Well,
I think because she became a pariah so early, people got used to the fact that she was on the outside. And now that there's only so many people left in the house, the outside doesn't exist.
Yeah, well, everybody looks at her as like, oh, obviously she's not going to win because she's rubbed so many people the wrong way. But it's like, it's true what Chelsie said, that she can have the Taylor Hale argument where she's a target and a very viable option to go home week after week, and somehow she stayed. And not only that, 3 people used the veto on her.
And she won comps.
Yeah.
So she was building herself quite an impressive resume. And Mackenzie was pretty smart to take notice of that, because it is starting to get to the point where it's like, if she stays another week, I don't really know what's going to happen. Maybe she'll never leave. Maybe
Yeah.
that bitch will stay in the Big Brother house even after the competition ends. Maybe she just moves in there. Maybe she sells the Big Brother house to one of her clients,
Yeah.
for like a 3% fixed mortgage, because she
sells
seems
it
like,
to herself.
or 9% fixed mortgage. She seems like a scalper.
So she puts up Angela and Chemo. But while this is going on, Chelsea's really pushing to put up Leah because,
It's better for her game.
yeah, she knows it's not better for Mackenzie's game. She knows Leah is
And that's why she's a fucking snake, man.
But she's a smart one.
Mackenzie is like a giant Powerpuff Girl.
She is. She's Bubbles. She's Bubbles.
She's so like ditzy, and she just happens to be blessed with the body of like a Greek god. You know?
Yeah.
She's Hercules down here, flowers and sunshine up here.
Yeah.
And so she is full on like Chelsie is my mother. I will die for her.
Yeah.
And Chelsea's like, I don't even know if this is good for a game, but fuck it, dude.
Yeah, she's like, this is not good for the game, but it's good for me, so you
Yeah.
gotta do it.
Chelsea's on her evil villain shit, you know? She's on her Derek.
She is not an evil villain. Okay, you just hate her because she's a good player. She's a good player.
I think there might be a little internalized misogyny.
Yeah, we
I
all
can
have
acknowledge that. I
Good.
can acknowledge that, you know, when a guy does that, I'm like, ooh, he's an evil genius. And then when a girl does that, I'm like, ooh.
Yeah, you love Derek and you love Dan, and I
Yeah.
think she's playing.
I don't love Dan. I do not love Dan.
You love the funeral move.
I do like it, but I think he's a snake too. So it is kind of fair, actually.
You just trying to save yourself.
No, I'm.
I think she's playing a combined game of like Derek and Dan because I thought she was so screwed after Cedric left. Somehow she wasn't. She landed like a cat on her feet, and she's very good at doing something that Derek did, which is making people think that her ideas are their ideas.
Yes.
And something that happens that really just changes the trajectory of this week is Leah approaches Rubina and they have a conversation. You want to tell us about that conversation?
Yeah, so Leah goes to Rubina in an effort to extend an olive branch, and she tells Rubina that like, you know, maybe I didn't make the right move last week. I put up T-core and this and that, and
she reveals to her, I was going to put up Chelsie.
yeah.
And Rubina is like, fuck you. Can I say that on YouTube?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Fuck you.
You've been saying fuck this entire time.
I couldn't remember.
Why all of a sudden?
I don't know. I thought you were making a face at me like,
No.
okay. I was like, oh, is this daytime television?
We'll bleep it.
So Rubina's like,
We'll bleep it with a worse word.
yeah, good. Exactly. That's what I want.
You know what word I'm talking about. The prison industrial complex.
So Rubina's basically just like prison industrial complex. I have no loyalty to you. You literally just sent my friend home. You put me and my friend up. Like, why are you
Yeah.
telling me this? I'm
Prison
gonna go
industrial complex, you.
Yeah, I'm gonna go save me and my friend
Yeah.
and throw you under the bus. She runs to Mackenzie and is like, hey, this is what Leah just told me.
Right.
Mackenzie's like, but Chelsie, I have to protect her. I have to protect Chelsie. I have to protect Mom. She's a caveman.
Hey, first of all, you got the juice today, dude.
I have the juice.
You have the
I'm
juice.
just tired.
Yeah. So she makes this critical error, and I understand why. Well, we missed a little something. So she overheard Chelsie and Mackenzie whispering about her.
No, that happens after.
Oh, does
Because
it?
they're playing pool and Rubina and Chelsie are talking about what Leah told Rubina.
Ah, I see.
Yeah. And you know what? In fairness, I probably would have done something similar because you're just trying to like get numbers, create allies in the house. However, it's never good to try to create allies with the people who aren't in power. And Rubina is like, all right, Leah's obviously not in any position of power right now. The person,
That's such a good point.
yeah, I'm
actually.
gonna go tell the person who's in power, save my skin and my allies' skin.
Wow, that's an amazing point because
I
the
just
people.
thought of it right now.
Yeah, I know. The people in power, they have less incentive to fuck you over because they don't really need leverage
Yeah.
in that moment,
Yeah.
you know? And
Yeah.
and honestly, like, yeah, I don't fault her for trying. She tried with the wrong person. I think Chemo would have been the more diplomatic and would have seen the seen the advantage of doing that.
What she should have done, and she tried to bring this up later, because Mackenzie, Chelsie, and Leah all have a conversation about this at some point, and
Yeah.
we'll circle back to that because a bunch of stuff happens before that. Is Leah's like, hey, this was actually Chemo's idea. He's the one who approached me. She should have gone straight to Mackenzie and Chelsie and been like, I want you to know Chemo approached me with a plan to attack you three, pointed out how close you guys are,
Right.
how many comps you win. He approached me to put you guys up, and I didn't.
Yeah.
That is what she should have done.
Yeah.
But she didn't. So Rubina tells Mackenzie this. Mackenzie's freaking out.
Can I just say one thing? I think in terms of her overall game, Leah has played probably one of the 5 best games in this entire season.
I agree.
However, her last 2 weeks were just like one error after another, you know?
She did have the potential to save herself though this week. Had she have just gone to Mackenzie and been like, Chemo's coming for you guys.
I know, but I'm saying she didn't.
Yeah, just error after error.
Yeah. She had a string of bad decisions. So, you know, like Leah, I don't think she's a bad player. I think she just didn't understand what the real threat was. She didn't understand who was really gunning for her.
Yeah, I think she knew that Chelsie was a threat, but I think she underestimated Chelsie and thought that maybe by not putting her up that would buy her some goodwill. But Chelsie is loyal to Chelsie and kind of Cam.
Yeah, I think she's loyal to Cam for sure.
Yeah. So Mackenzie gets this information and she obviously tells Chelsie immediately. And do you want to tell us about the moment in the backyard
Which one are you talking about?
when they're playing pool? Because I think at this point, that's when that happens in the timeline, right?
Right. So, wait. Can you specify what we're talking about?
There's a moment. So
Yeah, you just talk about it.
after Mackenzie tells Chelsie, like, oh my God, this is what Rubina just told me. Is this before or after the veto? I can't remember. Maybe we should just talk about the veto and then talk about the backyard moment.
Okay.
So, power of veto happens. Mackenzie just fucking steamrolls.
And wins another competition in the same week that she won the HOH, which I think is the
She-
first time. Oh wait, no, Tucker also did
Yeah,
that.
yeah. But she holds all the power this week. And in her mind, she's thinking, okay, I'm just gonna not use it. I want to keep the noms the same. I want Angela to leave. I don't want any blood on my hands. Obviously, Chelsea's like, how can I get her to put up Leah and get rid of Leah? Because Leah's never been on the block. That's
Yeah.
good for me.
Also, there's a little bit of jealousy there.
Yeah, well, true.
Yeah.
And so the veto happens, and in the midst of all this, all the drama happens about Leah talking to Rubina, and there is a very suspicious conversation. And there is a very suspicious conversation that happens in the backyard between, oh my God, put your phone on Do Not Disturb. There's a moment that happens in the backyard. Chelsie and Rubina are playing pool. They're talking shit. Chelsea's just like, why would she go to you about me?
Yeah.
When she put you on the block. Rubina's like, I know, girl. And Leah is up on the balcony and she can't hear everything that they're saying, but she hears her name.
Yeah.
She sees them two talking together, knows what she's told Rubina, knows this is not good for her, runs inside and is, obviously panicking a little bit.
Yeah.
And immediately goes to Mackenzie because she's just like, I got to know what's going on. Chelsie and Rubina are then like, shit. She heard us. And then somebody else comes out. I can't remember who. I think it's Cam or something. Chelsie goes to sit up where Leah's sitting and they start whispering. And she's trying to see if Leah could have heard her.
Yeah.
And Leah and Angela, okay, sorry. Angela doesn't go talk. Leah doesn't go talk to Mackenzie. She's talking to Angela in the storage room because she's freaking out.
Yeah.
And Angela is like, you know what? Chelsea's sitting where you were just sitting. I bet they're talking in the same volume that Chelsie and Rubina were talking in, and Chelsea's trying to see if you could have heard them, which I don't know how she does it. Nostradamus Angela does it again. She's right on the money.
Yeah.
And Leah goes to talk to Mackenzie to try to be like, what the fuck is up? What's going on? Mackenzie's like, I heard you're coming after me and my allies. And Leah's like, I would never put you up. Obviously, you know, Chelsea's probably going to make it sound like, oh, if she's coming for me, she's going to come for you too.
Yeah.
Because that's the only way that Mackenzie's going to want to put
And
her up.
Mackenzie is at this point completely Chelsea pilled. Like she listens to everything she says.
She's been Chelsea pilled.
We were speculating that maybe because she's from Texas that she has like, you know, a previous relationship with her local pastor.
Yeah, that maybe that's why she seeks comfort and counsel in the arms of Chelsea. Pastor Chelsea.
So yeah, Mackenzie, obviously Leah and Mackenzie have some kind of personal relationship, but they've never really solidified their game relationship, which is odd to me because
I always thought that they were working together, but like they weren't really.
they weren't really, yeah. So now Mackenzie has a crucial decision to make. She has to decide whether she wants to, you know, go after Leah or just keep the noms the same.
Yeah. And eventually Mackenzie, Leah, and Chelsea all have a conversation. She pulls everybody up to the HOH room and she's like, all right, seems like this conversation is just for the three of us. It only involves us. Like, let's hash it out right now. And that's when Leah is like, yes, I did say that to Rubina, but Chemo is the one who put that idea in my head, just so you know.
Yeah.
But at this point, I think the damage is done. It's too late. And we get to the veto ceremony. And what happens?
Mackenzie uses the veto. The veto has never not been used. The veto is tired at this point.
Yeah,
It's
veto's
like,
exhausted.
God damn, let me have a week off. Jesus Christ. They're only
Yeah.
paying me 37 cents an hour to be the veto. You fucking animals.
Yeah, poor Vito.
This is probably the most like active season of Big Brother I've seen, where everybody is always trying to do something. No, there's barely a week that goes by.
And nobody's getting mad at each other because everybody's just like, we're all trying to do the same thing,
Yeah.
which is kind of
Well,
nice.
this week we see somebody get mad.
Well, people are just crying because their game's over, which
No, Leah was pretty mad. Leah was like, I can't believe I fucking didn't
oh
put
yeah,
that Joker
Leah
up.
was like, dude, I made a fucking huge mistake,
Yeah,
which she did.
she did. In the moment, it's hard to tell because, again, the 3 was such a clear and obvious threat.
Yeah, because they're and T-Core, like getting rid of T-Core was a good move. She's very intelligent. However, Chelsea would have been the better move had she gotten Chelsea out. But we'll talk about
Yeah,
that.
because, you know, T-Core has a conscience.
Yeah.
And
T-Core-
Chelsea's from the Christian church, so she has no conscience.
She's like, God already forgave me. He
Yeah.
died so I can snake these bitches.
So, yeah, Mackenzie uses the power veto for the 9th time this season. 10th time? 10th time this
Yeah.
season. And Leah goes up. And, I mean, I feel like her fate is sealed at this point.
Yeah, and it's so sad that Angela and Leah have to be up there together because they love each other.
Yeah, the blondes really stuck together this season.
They did. They stuck together. Yeah, and we get to eviction night, and it's unanimous, isn't it?
Yeah, it's unanimous. It's the first unanimous vote of the season. And it was kind of written in stone, you know, because we knew Cam and Chelsea were going to vote the same way, and we knew that Chemo and Rubina were going to vote the same way. And there's no way we know Chemo was going to vote for Rubina. So that's already enough votes for Leah to go home. So there was really nothing she could have done,
Did you say vote for Rubina?
like, to stay.
She wasn't on the block.
Who was on the block?
Angela and
Angela.
Leah.
Oh, Chemo was going to vote for Angela
Yeah,
because they have...
they bonded.
Yeah, they have a relationship,
They
and
bonded.
it's, you know, tit for tat.
Yeah.
So, alas, we have to say goodbye to our dumb blonde Leah, who wasn't that dumb after all.
Yeah. Bye, Leah. We miss you.
But blondes be blondin', and she blonded at the worst moment.
She blonded at the worst moments.
Yeah.
Leah goes, and surprise, double eviction.
Dun, dun, dun.
But before this, we see Julie's AI bot, and she's warning all of the house guests about how Ainsley's so bad. She's taking over. The world's going to end. She's leading the resistance against Ainsley.
And
then-
I have to say, like, I don't love the AI theme, But this is the one moment where I felt like it finally paid off because I feel like they did this little segment very like committed to the actual theme of the season, and it was kind of scary.
Yeah, and it's everybody's fear. I mean, we keep progressing in technology, but we'll never stop making movies about robots taking over and talking about it.
Yeah, I mean, like professionally, I'm a graphic designer, and soon I'm not gonna have a job because robots will be able to draw everything.
ChatGPT drew it.
ChatGPT drew it. Anyway, double eviction. It's already an emotionally exhausting week for all the house guests. Now they have to go play another week.
A week's worth of Big Brother in one night.
Yeah.
And double eviction is scary because honestly, this is where legends are destroyed or made. Double eviction is probably the most crucial point in Big Brother ever. If you can survive it, amazing. But this is always the best opportunity to take out targets that you feel like you can't get rid of. You don't have the people necessary because things are just moving so quickly that people are just like, yeah, whatever. As long as I'm safe, sure. Whoever leaves, yeah. And I was very worried because I was like, if Chelsie doesn't win, she'll probably leave in double eviction.
Now I think would be a good time to update everybody on our pony leaderboard. So, as we've seen,
Okay.
I got a bad batch of horses, apparently.
But we didn't know. We thought I had the worst batch.
She had some fucking...
Had Angela.
She had some weird-looking horses.
I had Angela. I had Kenny, who was just begging to leave every week.
You had Tucker, who was running off his mouth every 2 seconds.
Yeah, I was just like, oh, God, I'm all my horses are going to leave so fast. But here we are. What happened? I don't know, but we love it.
She just had one mare that just, she wasn't the tallest mare. She wasn't the fastest
mare.
But she turned out to be the golden pony,
That mare got stamina, yo.
I got a tiny pony left. And I do mean pony.
Yeah, but she's likely to go to the end just because everybody wins over her.
Yeah,
so there's still hope for you. You're just like mini flex.
Yeah, dude. I gotta stay hard.
He's massive.
Yeah.
I can't even fit my 2 hands around his arm. He's so massive.
It's all that gear I'm taking. So she has pulled ahead. Because at this point, she has Angela, and she has Chelsie, and she has Cam. And it feels like Cam and Chelsie are a package deal. And it feels like they're the front runners to probably make it to the end.
Cam's going to stay just because everybody wins over him, too.
Yeah.
And Chelsie is just like, fuck it, she runs this shit.
She's a real puppet master, is what she is.
It's just crazy to me because, like, people...
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It's crazy to me because people know that she's a good player, but the only people who know this are Chemo and Rubina. I mean, Chemo wants to go after Mackenzie, and I just don't know how Mackenzie doesn't notice.
Well, I think Mackenzie is of the thought that, yeah, she does think that Chelsie is a good player. She knows that she's smart, but she thinks that the alliance they have is solid.
I think Mackenzie would take Chelsie to final 2. I don't think Chelsea's taking Mackenzie.
No, 100%
Chelsea's taking
not.
Cam.
Chelsea's taking Cam because also it's easier to win against Cam.
Yeah, it would be hard to win against Mackenzie. I do think Chelsie could probably still do it, just with the argument of I convinced her to put her number 1 bestie up.
No. I think Chelsie wins against everybody at this point, I think Chelsie is like heads above everybody. And unless something happens where she goes out in a way that, is kind of out of her control, then I think she's probably going to win.
She's just too powerful because she's got the Lord on her side.
Well, she has an almost extrasensory skill of being able to know who to talk to at any given moment,
It's that pastor in her.
Yeah, she knows how to plug the holes. And she has gotten a little lucky because as soon as she and Mackenzie became really close, Mackenzie starts winning like crazy.
That was the ally that she needed.
Yeah.
It was the hero she needed.
I think it's a combination of her being incredibly good with people, incredibly smart, and also just really fortuitous with how everything shook out, because she won HOH, which allowed her to bond with Mackenzie more.
Yeah.
And then Mackenzie started winning as soon as they bonded. So
Yeah.
it was
And
like,
she finally saw Mackenzie as like, okay, this is a number that I am going to need, and she can benefit me in a lot of ways. So we get to double eviction. Everything's happening super fast. It's a true false.
based on the AI Julie,
Things
which
that she said, yeah.
we forgot to mention, it was Ainsley the whole time.
Yeah, it ended up being Ainsley. Ainsley was like, I knew you guys would fuck me over, and now I'm going to kill you. But first, HOH comp, you have one chance to win me over, humans. So
That's so good.
I'm Ainsley. Big Brother cast me. Okay.
She's fucking killing
Allison
it today.
Grodner, mommy.
I don't even have to podcast today. I just have to sit here and look pretty, which I definitely am.
You look massive. You look massive.
Yeah, new haircut too.
Massive. And
Are you
it's
kidding me?
It's his birthday. So you got to Venmo him $54 because he's 54.
So yes, HOH happens, and it's a guessing game, and Chelsie pulls to an early lead.
Yeah.
I think she's like she gets the 3 points before anyone else even gets to 2.
Yeah. No, people, it's a very tricky competition because Julie is running a competition, or is it Ainsley?
Julie is.
Is just slightly changing the words. So
Yeah.
she'll be like, true or false? Did I say I'm leading the revolution against Ainsley? And so everybody puts true except for Chelsie. And she's like, false. The word was resistance.
Yeah. So everything was kind of like inches, It was splitting hairs.
Yeah. And I'm
And-
just like, I'm freaking out, man.
Yeah.
Because I want my pony to win.
And it looks like she is. But then who gets in at the end?
So Chelsie misses one question, and this allows for Angela, who's also my pony,
Yeah, to pull
tie
within
with her.
to pull within 1. And then the next, so Chelsie gets the 5 where she stays. Angela then gets the 4. Then another one happens. Chelsie gets wrong. Angela gets the 5, and now it's a tiebreaker.
Yeah, and they go to a number 1, obviously. And just so you guys know, I was here doing the math on my own, and I got the answer right.
Doing the math on her own.
I would have done it on the whiteboard had I been there in the comp. Okay, Big Brother just has to cast me.
Well, babe, you don't have 37 minutes at the end of that comp.
Shut up. You're just like my teacher, Miss Brazan, who always told me I was bad at math.
I am what you say I am, Miss Brathan.
That's my joke.
Oh, you can say it.
You already did it.
I think it's very flattering that I did it
Yeah.
because it means I remembered it, and I don't remember a lot.
Yeah, you got a goldfish brain.
Yeah. Donk, donk, donk.
So it comes down to a tie between Angela and Chelsie. And I, like, either way, I'm like, okay, I'll be happy. But I'm worried that Angela would go for Chelsie. So,
And Chelsie is so far from the actual number, but Angela goes over.
yeah, and the rule is you can't go over.
Yeah.
Chelsea, I think she had the right number, but I think she forgot a 0.
Yeah, which is,
Because that was most of the number.
yeah, no, but still, she was so far from the number.
She was so far from the number, but the rule is anybody over automatically loses. And if there's anybody under, they win.
Yeah.
And so Chelsie wins. It's her 3rd HOH. She's doing good. She talks quickly with Mackenzie.
And I almost feel like at this point, this was probably the last chance you could have gotten rid of her.
Yeah.
Because given time, she will weasel her way back into favor with people who are in power. Let's say Rubina and Chemo win the HOH, or Rubina or Chemo win the HOH. They're going to put up, likely Mackenzie and Chelsie.
Yeah.
Chelsea's going to go up to Chemo, get in his ear, and be like, hey, Mackenzie's won this many competitions. She's gigantic.
Yeah, and
she's
Mackenzie,
massive.
I mean, Chemo, we've already seen him say that he wants to come after Mackenzie because he thinks she's in the best position to win. We know if Cam wins, he's taking Chelsie off.
Yeah, and I think out of all of the house guests in the house, Chelsie, time is the best weapon for Chelsie.
Yeah.
Like, the more time you give her, the more likely she is to weasel her way out of a dangerous situation.
I think she's also shown herself to be very good under pressure. When time crunches and there's no time to prepare, she's proven to just... I mean, Angela said she was a cockroach, and that's true, but so is Chelsie. They're birds of a feather.
I think Chelsie just hasn't been in as much danger. I do think she's great under pressure. I haven't even seen one time where she looked nervous. You know?
I mean, we've heard her talk about in the diary room, like, things that concern her, but she is like, she's got a great poker face.
Yeah.
Nobody knows. So who does she put up?
She puts up Chemo and Angela. And she goes to Chemo, and she's like, hey, you're the pawn. Obviously, I want Angela out. And
Goes to Angela, tells Angela the same thing, but Angela really is the target.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, okay, this is probably it for Angela. Like, she's
Yeah.
got no more lives.
And unless she wins the veto.
Yeah.
And so we go into the veto, which happens immediately after the HOH, and it's a competition where they have to navigate a ball through several slotted wooden
It's like
thingies.
a weird, like, little slider thingy.
Yeah, kind of like pinball almost.
Yeah, and they have to get 5 into a tube that's at the end of this thing. And Chemo very quickly pulls ahead. It seems like
Chemo's a ball handler.
He's very... Chemo's a ball handler. Okay? He knows what he's doing.
Oh shit! I didn't even mean it like that.
I thought you did.
No, I thought. Okay, well, yes, I did. That was my joke.
Yeah, it was your joke.
I was just saying he was good at that game, but I guess he is also a ball.
He's a ball handler. I can't believe that's not what you were thinking.
No, it wasn't.
Okay, so...
I'm just so funny that I make great jokes even without meaning to.
It was an accident.
It was an accident, but I'm taking credit for it.
Yeah, no, yeah, good job. So Chemo quickly pulls ahead, or at least they're setting it up to be like Chemo's going to win. They're not really showing us anybody else, but
Yeah.
Chemo very quickly wins.
Yeah.
And this is so clutch for him.
Yes, and I mean, what a great time to win. But also, what a useless time to win, because you were never the target.
No, but you'd never know in that situation. It's good to win the veto.
It is good to win the veto, but I'm pretty sure he was out of danger because
No,
Mackenzie.
he was going to be fine.
Yeah, Mackenzie's always like wanted Angela out. Chelsea's always wanted Angela out. Cam's always wanted Angela out.
Everybody wants Angela
Yeah.
out. And so Rubina goes up as the replacement. Obviously, Chelsea's not going to put up Cameron Mackenzie, her allies.
And Chelsea, smoothed things over. She's like, I'm putting you up. You're the pawn. You have nothing to worry about. And so it's now Rubina and Angela on the block.
And I think Angela knows she's going out. Like, she knows her time's up.
Yeah.
Her luck's run out. It's time for her to leave.
And she does.
And it's another unanimous vote.
And it's another unanimous vote. Unanimous vote.
And she has a very beautiful swan song. She's got a very epic send-off. I loved her exit interview.
Yeah.
She wouldn't even let Julie finish a question. She was like,
Yeah.
who'd you... Chemo! Do you think you would have beaten... Yeah, I would have beaten all of them. Just so sure of herself.
God, I love her, man. And I never knew I would because I hated her so much at the beginning.
Yeah, I did too. I was just like, dude, just... But it was hard, like...
But
Because
it turns out we hated her because she's all of us.
it was just hard not to love her because there were so many moments where she made us laugh. Whether she was crying into an avocado, crying over her charcuterie, or talking to herself at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
She was there for our entertainment.
And in a way, she kind of embodied something that we all go through, In her exit interview, she says that I never knew who I was outside of being a mother and a daughter
And a wife,
and a
yeah.
wife, and I really wanted to know who I was by myself, and I think that's something we all go through. I mean, no one really knows what your identity is, you know?
Yeah.
You can guess, and you won't know unless you push yourself to do uncomfortable things, and she did, and it clearly caused her a lot of mental distress.
I feel like she's not that far off from that in real life, though, just
Yeah.
based on like the Dr. Phil stuff.
No, I think that's who she is, but I love who she is. You know, she's a flawed, imperfect person,
Yeah.
and she fully acknowledges it. She's willing to make amends. She's willing to say sorry, and she's really just a fucking scrapper.
Yeah, she's just somebody who's willing to survive. And you know what? Like, I feel bad because, you know, she probably comes from, like, she married her high school sweetheart. She probably had kids very early on, you know? Like, she didn't really...
Get a time to, like, experience life.
Yeah, she comes from, like, that kind of generation that's just like, okay, marriage, kids, boom, that's the whole thing. But
Yeah.
it's not like she got to, like, have a lot of, like, life experience outside of that.
Yeah.
So I think that's probably a part of the reason why she behaved the way that she was is she's just like, I'm so desperate to be here because, like, this is it. This is my dream.
Yeah.
And you know what? I think we're gonna see her on a lot of other shows. I hope we do see her. I would love to see her on Traders. I think
Yeah.
that would be great.
Or just another season of Big Brother, because she made for excellent television.
She's great TV.
And, you know, like, hats off to her, man. No one thought she was going to make it this far.
Yeah, and she was so underestimated in terms of, like, her ability to win. Like, when she won that veto during Leah's HOH, like, you just saw, like, she so badly wanted to win that veto
Yeah.
to take off chemo. And she just had this, like, will in her. Like, I'm not going to lose. I can't.
And in a way, she was the main character of this season.
She literally was. We thought Tucker was the main character at one point.
Yeah.
It was Angela. Angela's the main character.
Tucker wasn't a main character by association.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
So we're going to have a moment of silence for her. We're just going to take a couple of seconds to appreciate Angela and all that she's done for Big Brother. So... will go on.
You kind of slayed that.
Shout out Angela, man.
Shout
I
out
love
Angela.
you. I love you.
Angela, please come on the pod.
No, I don't want her to. So Angela ends the season with infinity cries.
Yeah. She broke the stats.
Yeah.
She broke it.
She cried so much I stopped counting.
Yeah.
It's impossible to track because her cry just kind of extended through the whole season. We could see it as a lot of cries, or we could see it as one big cry.
One big cry. Yeah. It was just one big cry, honestly.
And that does it for the double eviction night, and that does it for our 2-week span that we missed. And thank you guys so much for being patient. And now we get to the main course. So next, we're going to be doing a part 2 of the most reality warping events.
Yes.
So you guys love this.
Do you want me to start? One of the first game-changing moves was Angela, and she fucking made this up.
Let's set the stage a little bit about this because this was so contextually important. So it was another week where Angela was dead in the water.
Yeah. It was Chelsea's second HOH.
Yes.
She's thinking, Angela, bye-bye. It's time to get her out.
Yeah.
And Angela has a moment in the middle of this where she can't sleep, and she's like, people are making game moves. I can't sleep. So she freaking creeps around the house and is like putting her ears to doors, and she notices people are outside.
Yeah.
And the people outside are Quinn, Leah,
Chemo.
Chemo, and Rubina.
Yes.
And she looks at them and she goes, oh my God, they're teaming up. I have to go tell Chelsea. They're teaming up for sure.
Yeah.
Runs, and this is not true. This
No.
is not true, but this is what makes Quinn go home that week.
Yeah.
She runs to Chelsie and is like, they're forming. You're not in it. I'm not in it. I'm going to be gone. They're going to come for you next.
Yeah.
And Chelsie just is fucking like, you're right. I don't know why Chelsie believes her because
Quinn
she's so logical.
Quinn has been a snake all season.
Yeah, Quinn has been the kind of guy who's just like, I'm going to hop to wherever the power is.
Yeah, he jumps into whoever's bed.
Yeah, yes.
And he's been slutting himself. He's made like 8 final twos at this point. So it was a very easy story to sell. So Quinn ends up going home, and had Quinn not go home, I could have seen the season going completely differently.
It would be so different because he was really the only one who saw Chelsie in all of her glory and was like, okay, she's in the best position. I need to screw her over. And he was trying to think of a plan that week to screw her over, which was get chemo out, although it indirectly backfired because Mackenzie went and was like, this is the plan. What do you think? And she's like, yeah, good plan, whatever you guys want.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it backfired on Quinn because the plan that he wanted, Chelsie also agreed with.
Yeah.
But he was the only one who really saw Chelsie for what she was.
Yeah, and had Quinn not gotten home, it would have been Angela and Chemo on the block.
Yeah.
And I think it's very likely that Chemo would have gone home.
Yeah, Chemo would have gotten home.
Yeah.
And the 3 would have been super destabilized. I think Angela probably would have followed shortly after.
But that does mean that T-Core probably would have survived because I think after Chemo goes home, they destabilize the 3. T-Core and Rubina no longer become a threat.
Yeah.
Essentially, they could just kind of float on by.
Yeah, and I think had Quinn stayed, Leah would have had somebody that she really trusted to help her make decisions.
Especially because Quinn was aware of how dangerous Chelsie was.
Yeah, and Quinn's very smart, so I think that they could have been a very powerful twosome.
Yeah, exactly. And Leah, in her HOH week, with Quinn in her ear, probably would have put Chelsie up. And then they would have had the numbers to get Chelsie home.
Yeah.
And everything after that is a mystery because everything after that was essentially just Chelsie working her magic.
I will never stop comparing Angela to Nostradamus because so much of what she says is not true, but like some of it is true.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. And so much of it fucking sticks. And it's just like, how? She's our modern day Nostradamus.
And I think that's a good point to go into our second one, which is when Leah did not put Chelsie up.
Yeah. Leah not putting Chelsie up costed her game.
It costed her game. It costed Angela her game.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just one really bad domino effect.
And again, we can't blame her because T-Core is a good player. I think T-Core is the lesser of the 2 evils for sure because she is smart. She is very good at socially manipulating the game, but she does have a conscience.
Yeah, and I mean, she kind of shot herself in the foot because she was just like, I'm not even willing to talk to Leah because I know what's going to happen already.
Yeah.
Whereas Chelsie is just like, no. I'm going to do what I have to do to survive.
Dude, I was going to say, Chelsie gives me the vibe of like a spider.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's Spider Queen.
Yeah, she's like a spider lurking on her web and just catching all these fuking flies.
Oh my God,
Mackenzie's a big
beautiful,
fat
pretty
horsefly,
web.
and she's like, "Bzz, I love you." Bzz.
I'm not going to eat you yet.
And Chelsea's just like, no, we're friends. She's stroking her fly face while simultaneously consuming her guts.
Yeah. She's like, no, you're fine. I'm not doing anything back here. What are you talking about?
By the way, you guys can't see this, but our entire house is coated in spider webs
Spooky.
because it's Halloween.
And I love Halloween.
This bitch loves Halloween.
I love Halloween. And look at it's freaking bats. I love Halloween.
You're so cute. So Leah not putting up Chelsie was, I mean, I think it sealed Chelsea's victory. I think in a lot of ways this was,
If she wins, which remains to be seen.
Yeah.
But she is in the best position right now.
yeah, 100%. Her and Cam are probably in the best position just because Cam is her little shoulder bag.
Cam's on her freaking coattails right now, just skating with her.
Chelsea's got a fucking Louis Vuitton bag on her shoulder.
Yeah.
And he's heavy.
He's heavy.
He's
heavy.
not carrying his own weight.
He looks good, but he's heavy.
It's not very ergonomic.
Yeah.
But it's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's a
It's
beautiful
expensive.
bag.
Somebody's going to
beautiful-
steal it.
He even kind of has monograms on his arms.
A white girl's going to steal it. And you know it.
Chelsie, you backed the wrong horse, brother.
I know. I get her, though.
Yeah.
We're all women, I think, get Chelsie. And it's hard to say how you would be in that situation because you're surrounded and you have to live with these people 24/7. And you have a crush on this guy, and he's just like not about you. But
And-
like he also doesn't owe her. And it's just like I get it, but also Chelsie, you have to be stronger than this. You're a church girl, okay? You would tell yourself if this was real life outside, you would look in the mirror and you would go, if this is not what God wants for me, then I don't want it.
And I do get it because there's Mackenzie in the house who is just a bombshell.
She's just freaking a goddess.
Yeah, she looks amazing.
A
And then there's
giant,
Leah.
tall goddess.
Leah is a man-eater.
Leah just has like hot girl personality.
Yeah.
She just oozes like, I'll break your heart.
Yeah.
But now she's gonna go be in the jury house with Quinn.
And I love that.
What would their ship name be?
Quia.
Okay, I knew it was going to be something nasty, and I was trying to think of something in my head because they both have one-syllable names. I'm so glad you thought of it. You fucking brought it. Say it again.
Quia. It could also be a couple name between queef and diarrhea. So Quia is cuddling up in the jury house
I hope
because
so.
of Leah's reality warping decision. And what is the final reality warp? Well, it's not happened yet, but we're kind of speculating on the future. And I do think that this is going to negatively impact her game. Mackenzie sending Leah home.
Mackenzie putting up Leah was such a bad decision. And it's hard when you want to align yourself with the best people in the house.
Yeah.
So she's probably just like, whatever Chelsie thinks is best. Probably mother knows best,
Yeah.
obviously.
Again, she's a horsefly and she's just loving being eaten.
Yeah.
And here's what I think. I think that her move to do that cost her 2 numbers because she at the same time saved someone who's gunning for her and she put up someone who would have protected her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chemo wanted to get rid of her.
Yeah.
I mean, she doesn't know that, but you're not aligned with him in any way. You have no relationship with him. You've put him up, and you've sent his friends home. Leah has been loyal to Mackenzie since the beginning. They might not
Yeah.
have been working together the entire time or talking game, but
They've been besties.
Leah was never going to come for Mackenzie.
Yeah. She even said to Angela, like, I was always going to protect her. I never even had the thought of going after Mackenzie.
Yeah, and I mean, it costs her a vote
Yeah.
in jury. If she does, let's say Mackenzie does make it to the end,
Yeah.
Leah has already said, like, she's kind of bitter about it. Because
She-
she knows, like, oh, God, what a dummy I was.
Yeah. And it all really depends on who Mackenzie ends up in the final 2 with.
If she makes it,
If
yeah.
she makes it. Because if she's against Chelsie, then obviously Leah's going to vote for her. But if she's, with anybody else in the house, Leah will vote for the other person because
Yeah, I think she really shot herself in the foot because
Yeah.
she potentially cost herself a jury vote.
yeah,
And
and a number.
yeah, it's somebody who she could have worked with, and Leah's smart. We've seen Leah be capable of winning comps. Maybe she's not as capable as Chelsie or Mackenzie, but like they're top 3 most comp wins, aside from Angela.
And this is something that's very pertinent to the near future because let's say either Chemo or Rubina win, it's Mackenzie and Chelsie going up, and Mackenzie would have had a very easy time to convince Leah if she were still in the
Yeah,
house.
no, Cam is going to obviously vote to save Chelsie.
Yeah. So
It's a tie, probably. It'll come down to whoever's HOH, but
Yeah.
Mackenzie's seen as more of a threat just because she's so likable, and she does have an insane amount of comp wins at
and
this
she's
point.
like 7'8".
Yeah, people are going to vote for her.
Yeah, dude.
People are going to vote for her. People want her out. So it remains to be seen. it's really dependent on if she even makes it into the end. And every vote really matters because there are fewer people in the jury house this year.
And I can see that it would prevent her from getting to the end because, again, she's at a net negative of 2 with that decision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All she has is Chelsie and Cam on her side.
And Chelsie and Cam are loyal to each other. She's on the bottom of that totem pole. If she kept Leah, and let's say Angela were to go home for some reason, Leah would run to her.
Yeah, I think had she have kept Leah, she would have had an additional 2 allies because I think she could have also pulled Angela as well. Angela would have been fully willing to work with her because Angela said it before, like she really loves Mackenzie. Mackenzie's used the veto on her. She could have been so cushioned with Chelsie and Cam on one side and Angela and Leah on the other.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that was a critical mistake. And Chelsie knows this. Chelsie knows this. And it almost like, I don't know if this is actually her motivation, but it almost seems like she's trying to do what Quinn was trying to do to Mackenzie. Or no, she is trying to do to Mackenzie what Quinn was trying to do to her.
I don't know if she's really trying to intentionally hurt.
Sabotage?
I don't think she's trying to intentionally
She
sabotage.
definitely knows that she's hurting her game.
But I think she's just like, this is what's best for me. I don't think she's going into it like, how can I ruin Mackenzie's game? I think she's just like, I know this is not great for Mackenzie's game, but this is what's best for my game, so I have to convince her to do it.
Right.
I don't think she's looking to like intentionally harm Mackenzie's
But
game.
also at the same time, she doesn't care.
Yeah, I mean, that is the mindset that everybody should have in the Big Brother house. Obviously,
Yeah, can't fault her for that.
like, it's a very difficult situation. You don't really know until you're in it. Emotions run high. You know, people like bond and form friendships, and that's where it becomes hard to just be out for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Chelsie has the right thinking of just like, okay, I have to just do what's best for me. Because
Can't fault her for that, even if I want to.
Because who are you going to be, Leah, and be like, oh, I'll do what's best for everybody and put up the 3 and not Chelsie?
Yeah.
You know, like
that's true.
That's how you end up leaving the house with regrets because you're just like, oh, I should have done this.
Exactly.
Chelsie is playing the game how it is supposed to be played.
Yeah. So shout out to her or whatever, whatever. She's a good player.
I love you. You're my pony, and I love you.
You have a spider horse.
Yeah. I have a horse with 8 legs.
Yeah, dude.
She's awesome.
She is awesome. And you brought up that you think at this point she's at least like top 10, or you said top 5.
I haven't watched like some of the recent seasons just because every time I do try to watch them, I just end up not liking them. But I do think she's at least like in top 10 of greatest Big Brother players. She's for sure in there. She's playing a great game. She's definitely the best of the recent seasons that we've seen. Like she just fucking knows, like she was made for this. She knows what to do. I don't even know if she's a super fan, but it's like we've had 2 super fans and they've just both been awful.
I think Quinn was a victim of circumstance too. I think Joseph legitimately was awful, but I think Quinn was like if everything shook out the way he wanted, or if everything shook out the way it usually does.
Quinn could have been a good player, but he just kept making final 2s with everybody.
He kept putting his trust in people who are either volatile or untrustworthy.
Yeah. No. Quinn made some bad moves. Okay, and he's gonna watch this back, and he's gonna be like, "It's stupid."
Come on. Hey, don't do that. Hey, that looked like it hurt. Stop.
Massive. It did hurt a little bit.
And I think that does it for our reality warping events. Should have saved this for Halloween, but whatever.
Close enough.
Close enough.
Big Brother will be over by the time
Oh yeah,
Halloween
true.
comes, and
Hold
we'll be
I gotta
on.
sneeze. Hold on.
It's not coming.
It is. There we go. Okay. And that does it for our discussion. And now we get into the entree. The tasty morsel that everyone waits for every week. Okay, we ate our vegetables, and now we get to eat the steak. It's
Cute.
yummy.
Good.
Good.
can't.
All right, what are we playing first?
We're gonna draft a Big Brother alliance from Adventure Time characters.
Let's go. We love Adventure Time in this house.
Adventure Time. I get to go first because
Yeah.
you went first last time. Avi, right off the bat, I'm gonna draft Jake the dog.
Social game?
Oh yeah, fuck, we didn't write down the categories. I'm gonna draft Jake. Yeah, for social.
For Riz.
Oh, for Riz.
Yeah.
For my first pick, I'm gonna draft Jake the dog for Riz.
So obvious.
What, you would have taken him? Well, who am I gonna pick?
I'm
Finn
not
the
taking
human?
him, dude. I'm not
Finn
taking
the human.
I think that's a waste of a first pick.
But he's stretchy and he can do anything. Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
He
he's
can
gonna
stretch into the vents and listen to people.
yeah, and he can get small.
Yeah.
And then the ledge comp would be nothing to him.
Yeah.
He could take a nap on the ledge.
He could wrap his arms around the things that they hold on the wall comp
Yeah.
to secure himself.
True. And he loves slop.
He would love
eats whatever,
slop.
dude.
He would love slop.
He the stuff that he eats is grotesque.
Bacon pancakes, making bacon pancakes, bacon pancakes.
New York, concrete jungle, wet dream tomato.
All right, so who you gonna draft?
I can't believe you didn't take her, but I'm taking the fucking police state princess bubblegum
Whatever.
for
take her,
brain.
man. Take her. Take her. I don't care. It's her.
She's a spy. She'll look at everybody. I think she'd be like Chelsie.
She would be.
Yeah, she'd be masterminding everything. She's a genius. She knows how to do everything.
I'm just trying to draft like the fun people.
So I would take Princess Bubblegum for brain. And my next pick, I'm taking Lemon Grab
God damn it! I wanted lemon grab.
for wild card.
This is unacceptable. The fucking sound. We just shot it out. Okay. So
Yes, tasty sour crunchies, yes.
all right. For my second pick, God damn. Who do I want? There's so many characters. For my second pick for brains, I'm gonna pick Prismo because he sees all. He sees it all.
That's good. I forgot
Yeah.
about Prismo.
Yeah, prison state you. What was the word that we use?
Fuck, dude.
Fuck you. For wild card, for my third pick, I'm gonna pick the Lich for wild card.
Is he wild though? He's pretty predictable.
Yeah, but he's got bad magic. Okay, he'll fuck you up. He'll
Yeah,
fuck you up.
true.
He'll get in your brain and make you evict yourself.
I don't know if he's a wild card though.
He's wild card.
He's very like
Shut up.
inevitable.
Shut up. He's wild. Shut up. He's crazy and wild.
He's a kooky guy.
He's a cookie guy.
Do your accent. We're
What?
just too wet.
It's not mine though. That's SNL.
Yeah, just do it. It's fun.
We're two wild and crazy guys. Should I do the rest of the episode in this accent? I bet you I could. You don't think I can even do it, but I could. I picked the Lich for my alliance. He's very strong.
What are the categories again?
Riz, brain, endurance,
Oh, endurance.
wild card.
And comps.
Yeah, and like physical beast
Just
comps.
Yeah. All right. Endurance. Ooh, that's a good one. There's a lot of good candidates for endurance.
Who did I pick for endurance?
You didn't pick anybody for endurance.
So I just
You picked Prismo for brain. You picked Lich for wild card, and you picked Jake for Riz.
okay. I have two more.
For
Wait, what are the last two categories? Sorry.
endurance and comps.
Oh, I always think of them as the same. Sorry.
No.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
So for my third pick, I am gonna take Susan Strong for comps.
Good. Nice.
Everyone at this point knows I love a muscle mommy. Come on. She's a muscle mommy and she got gills.
She got gills.
She got gills, man. I don't know how that helps. they never have to submerge, but she got gills.
She got gills.
She got gills is my argument
She
for her.
got gills if she needs them.
Yeah.
You never know when you need gills
And
in the
she's
Big Brother
jacked
house.
as fuck, all right? And she can eat rocks.
She can eat rocks, yeah.
So she can handle slap. And for my fourth pick, I'm going to take not Ice King, but Simon for endurance. Because this man not only raised the child, he raised the child in an apocalyptic landscape. Okay? If anyone can endure, it's the fucking king of misery himself, Simon. And by the way, Simon has one of the greatest stories in fiction, period, okay?
Yeah.
His arc is absolutely amazing. So I pick Simon for endurance.
For my fourth pick for comps, I'm going to go with Marceline's father.
Hunson Abadir.
Hunson Abadir.
Say it again with Hunson Abadir.
For my fourth pick for endurance, I'm going to pick Hunson Abadir.
You fucked up.
Why? He's massive.
He only eats French fries, and there are no French fries in the house.
Yeah, but he's massive. He could literally turn into a giant demon and swallow you up, okay?
Daddy, why did you eat my fries? I wanted them, and they were mine.
And
We sing a lot
okay,
of this.
I picked him for comp, for
Yeah.
comp. For my fifth and final pick for endurance, I'm gonna go with Cinnamon Bun.
No!
I just feel like that he could survive everything. He's unflappable.
Yeah.
You can't do anything to him. He'll survive always.
Yeah, that's true. He is a very tough cookie or a tough cinnamon bun.
He's a tough cinnamon bun, and he lives in the Fire Kingdom.
Yeah.
He's bad.
He's literally fireproof.
He's fireproof.
I love that. That's a great pick.
Thank you.
All right. And for my fifth and final pick,
Ooh.
who I have Riz left, right? Oh, come on. Come on. This is so easy. For Riz, I'm taking Lumpy Space Princess.
What the fuck?
If you
I want
a
these
ring-
lumps. You gotta put a ring on it.
Say it again. I cut you off.
If you want these lumps, you gotta put a ring on it.
Get in touch with your feelings,
Why
babe.
did you take her for Riz? Nobody likes her. I really
My
thought
explanation is that I think she'll have a game very much like Angela.
where she just like forces her way into everybody's hearts.
Yeah.
I see it. I see it.
And also, she's going to run her mouth so much, everyone's going to be like, ugh, she's such an easy target. I'm not going to waste a week on
Just
her.
leave it. Oh no, my body,
My lumps!
my lumps.
And that's it, right?
Yeah.
So, to run through my lineup, I've got Princess Bubblegum for brains. I've got LSP for Riz. I've got LSP for Riz is such a funny sentence to me. I've got Susan Strong for comps. I've got Simon for endurance. And I've got Lenny Graham
For wild card.
for wild card.
All right, I'm gonna run through mine. For Riz, I got Jake the dog. Who did I pick for Brain?
You picked Prismo, which is your best pick, I think.
For my 5, I picked Prismo for Brain, Jake for Riz, Hunson Abadir for comps.
Weak.
I keep forgetting.
Cinnamon Bun for endurance.
Cinnamon Bun for endurance,
And the Lich.
and the Lich for wild card.
Say it again.
For Brains, I've got Prismo. For Riz, I got Jake the dog. For Brains, For Brains, I got Prismo. For Riz, I got Jake
Say
the
it normally, not like you fucked up 4 times.
It's just so hard to remember because it's not written down. And I got holes in my brain from weed.
Oh, I'm the one with the goldfish brain.
For Brain, I've got Prismo. For Riz, I've got Jake the dog. For comps, I've got Hunson Abadir. For wild card, I've got the Lich.
For endurance, I got Cinnamon Bun.
And for endurance, I got Cinnamon Bun.
There you go.
I did it. With no
So
help.
who do you guys think won? Comment down below.
Definitely me. I got Prismo.
Nah, dog. Are you kidding me?
And I got the Lich.
I got Princess Bubblegum. I got LSP. I'm crushing you, dude. I got Simon.
No, I'll eat you. all of my characters will eat you.
Kind of crazy that no one picked Finn.
Or Marceline. I thought you were gonna pick Marceline.
Yeah, true.
She would have been a good pick for Riz.
Yeah, she's very likable.
Yeah.
Or wild card because she's very unpredictable. Why do I keep doing that?
I don't know. What's
right.
our next game, baby?
I forget. What is it?
We're not doing the guess the body part thing. Okay, well we can do. I have blind rank these punishments or guess the dream players, vacay.
Let's do guess the dream players vacay so I can intro it and then you do the intro for the last game.
Guess the baby players dream vacay. Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So next up, we're going to be taking a stab at the BB players dream vacation. So we've done this format a couple times. We're basically just going to be trying to speculate on what would each Big Brother player that we bring up's dream vacation is.
Yeah.
That's a horrible sentence, but I'm not re-saying it.
Yeah. You got there. That's all that matters. They get it.
Yeah, it definitely would get a run-on sentence if you wrote that in an essay.
Yeah.
Anyway, so let me intro it. We're going to be guessing the Big Brother player's dream job.
No, dream vacay.
We're going to be guessing the Big Brother player's dream vacation.
Yeah.
Where are they going?
Where are they going? First up.
You got one?
Yeah, I do have one, but
Say
I
one.
can't remember what season she's on.
It doesn't matter. Just say the name.
First up is Bridget.
Pearl Harbor.
You can't say that.
Yeah.
She's Asian.
Okay, I am too.
Do you think Pearl Harbor?
Yeah, she'd like the history behind it.
Okay, sure. Okay. I'll agree. Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
She's a doctor, so anywhere where people are bleeding, she wants to be.
Yeah, true. Who should we talk about next? Nicole. Let's talk about Nicole.
Okay, yeah.
All right, what would Nicole Franzel's dream vacation be?
Oobly. She wants to stay where she lives. She loves it there.
I feel like it's like one of those Japanese picture booth cafes where there's like a bunch of photo taking. What are those called? Photo booths.
You think she wants to travel to a photo booth?
Yeah, she just wants to go to a photo booth and take a bunch of pictures where the filter is like a kitten with red cheeks.
Okay, I agree with that. I agree.
Either that or like a corn manufacturing field.
Yeah.
Either that or a cornfield.
Yeah. No, yeah. Cornfield, I think, is accurate.
Yeah, she would love to run in a cornfield and feel her people amongst her people.
The white farmers.
No, the corn.
The corn. She's half corn.
She looks like corn.
She's corn.
She's corn.
She's corn.
Corn.
Cone. It's cone. It's delicious. It's cone.
Let's do 5, yeah?
Yeah.
So 3 more. You got the next one?
We just did 2 girls. I should do guy.
Yeah. Who's the guy we don't really talk? We can talk about like chemo or something, but he would just be Hawaii.
Where would Tucker go? I think Tucker would go like somewhere that police have been alerted there's a bomb. Because he'd be like, I'll stop it. Yeah, I love puzzles. This bomb's a puzzle. That's what he would do.
I feel like he would go and visit like a creatine factory.
Maybe. I feel like he would go to like a fun house with lots of mirrors.
Why?
So he could just like look at himself.
Oh, you think he loves himself?
I think so.
Yeah, I think he loves himself.
Anybody who has that much confidence to do all of the shit that he did loves
Yeah.
themselves. He's for sure like got some narcissism in there.
Yeah, but we love him. I like that. I think that's right. Where would Ian go for vacation? The train station.
Stop. I was just thinking, like, is it messed up if I say somewhere with low stimulation? Because
The earmuff store.
stop, cut this out. This is wrong. This is bad.
Well, I didn't say, we didn't say anything bad. We didn't say anything bad.
Okay, go to the train station.
You can go to the train station. But this is my favorite episode so far.
You say that every time we film an episode.
No, I don't. Some episodes I legitimately feel like we don't have the juice.
Yeah, but then you watch it back and you're like, this is my favorite episode we ever did. Where would Xavier go? I think he would go to the gym.
Don't be racist. Don't be racist.
I think he would go to the gym.
Okay.
I just feel like he lives on the grind set.
He does.
He lives on the grind set. That's how he won.
He would go climb mountains.
He'd climb a mountain with no equipment and just his bare hands.
He and David Goggins would hang out.
Yeah. Or he would go like fucking to the library and be like, I have to absorb all the knowledge.
Yeah, he does seem like an analog learner still. Like he's not gonna look stuff up on the internet. He's just gonna go read like encyclopedias.
I will absorb the knowledge better if I am physically reading the book.
He's gonna be the guy at the library who's saying everything out loud because it's better mnemonically.
Yeah. Shh, stop! I'm learning.
I'm improving.
I am improving my smarts. My IQ has increased by 1 point. He's like, he makes me think of Dr. X.
Yeah. You mean Director X?
No, Dr. X.
Who's Dr. X?
The guy from Logan. What's his name? X.
Professor X.
Whatever, dude. I got there. I got the X right, okay?
I'm so disgusted with you right now.
Sorry.
I love X-Men.
I'm sorry. Listen, you don't even fucking remember the 3 times that we talked
Hey,
about
guess what Professor
stuff.
X's name is?
Professor X?
Xavier.
Oh, good. So I was right on the money. So you can't be that disgusted with me.
All right, and that does it for Dream Vacations. What's our final game, Adoria?
For our final game, Tian's going to be blind ranking these BB punishments. Do, 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 do. Okay. I don't know.
Why was that necessary?
I don't know. It just felt like it was. Okay. It came out of me. Don't question it. Just go with it. Okay. First up from this season, The Matrix.
Oh, fuck. I want to put this at 1, but it's so dumb to put anything at 1 right off the bat. I'm going to put it at 2.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
I hope that they do something like that again. They've done the 24-hour confinement before,
Yeah.
but I hope that they do something again like that where it's just like,
Psychological torture.
yeah, more psychological torture, Big Brother. More of that, Allison Grodner. That's
Yeah.
what we want to see.
They're not people. They're props.
They're props for our entertainment.
Are you not entertained?
Okay, next up is Robot Online. So, just for some context, this, she lost a competition and then she had to only speak through this robot for like a week anytime Big Brother summoned the robot. So it really affected her social game.
Oh, I mean, this is a punishment that actually has a lot of game implications, but it's not that fun.
Right.
It's not that fun, and it's not that punishing. Like,
It sucked
not
for
that
her.
grueling.
She was crying because she had to leave and just speak through this thing. And she couldn't like go upstairs. She was
solid,
crying.
but I'll put it at 4.
Okay. Next up is Hamazon. So this
I
punishment.
vaguely remember this. This is from Tyler's season, right?
Yeah. So Fessy couldn't eat ham because
Dude, he had a boner so often.
yeah. Fessy couldn't eat the ham, but so they would drop vegan ham, and every time they made a drop, he had to eat it. Which I just think
What do you mean drop?
like a package.
Oh, I see.
Or a
the
Hamazon.
airdrop.
It was like a Hamazon delivery.
I see. I mean, that's not that bad.
It's just
doesn't
disgusting.
it doesn't have any game implications. I'll put it at 5.
Okay. The next one is 2,400 soccer kicks in 24 hours.
Oh, that's hard. I have 3 left, right?
3 and 1.
3 and 1.
Her toenail fell off.
I just don't feel right putting this above the Matrix. I'll put it at 3.
All right. You left number 1 open.
You fuck. What
For
is
your
it?
final one, it's the chum bath. Brittany had to be locked
Yeah,
up
I
to
know.
Brennan the
I
whole
remember
time.
this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
I
You remember
remember
chum
this.
bath. Chum bath is your number 1.
I'm fine with that.
You should have put Matrix number 1.
I should have put Matrix number 1. I agree with that. I would swap Chum Bath and Matrix, but otherwise, I still stand by my list. I'm the fucking king of blind ranks, dude.
I think the robot one had like the most game
I thought you were gonna put Jank.
implications.
The robot one had the most game implications for sure. However, it's just not like fun to watch.
Yeah, no, the
Yeah.
Matrix was hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna put Janky World in there.
That's not really a punishment. like specific.
I know
for
it's not like it
everybody.
doesn't categorize as a punishment, but it was punishing.
It was. I did feel bad for them at the end.
I think
of
that
it.
was harder than the Matrix.
Yeah, probably.
All right, and that does it for our final game, and we will be back next week. I swear to God we will, okay? Gun to my head, I'm doing a fucking podcast next week.
I'm being Paris.
Fuck!
But we'll be back to talk about the finale by the time I come back.
It's another double episode, and thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching.
And
Say happy birthday.
I'm 30.
He's 40.
I'm 30 years old.
He's 50.
30 years old.
He's 60.
Don't you think that we should have our age rewinded by the number of years that COVID happened? So I'm actually 27. Good night.